right, so it is going to be a pregame for the 1A football championships this afternoon. So it's going to be Limon Badgers versus the Centauri Falcons, so under 20 minutes to go in this pregame. So we are looking at a phenomenal afternoon of football. So it's going to be Saturday afternoon. This is the 1 p.m. kickoff. If anyone would like to watch a live stream, it will be available, I believe, on the NFHS website. You can refer to that website and you can watch the game on that live stream, as well as the 2A contest, which will be tomorrow, or actually this evening at 6 p.m. And then next week will be the 3A contest in Pueblo. And then 4A and 5A will be in Mile High. So we are looking for a phenomenal afternoon. Just a little recap from yesterday afternoon and evening. We crowned a 6-man champion and an 8-man champion in Colorado CHSAA football. So 6-man was Cheyenne Wells Tigers versus the Stratton Indians, or sorry, Stratton Eagles. I keep my mind keeps wanting to say Indians, because Sanford Indians and Stratton Eagles. So like they're spelled slightly different, of course, pronounced differently. But my brain likes playing tricks with me. So, but it was literally all Cheyenne Wells from the get-go. I believe they won by a score like 62-14 or 62-20. So phenomenal game yesterday afternoon. And then in the evening contest, the nightcap for 8-man, it was actually Haxton versus Mancos. So the Haxton Fighting Bulldogs versus the Mancos Blue Jays. And it was Mancos' first time in the finals. Prior to this playoff run, they previously had only had 4 playoff victories in their entire history. And Haxton, on the other hand, I believe that was their 8th state title in 11 appearances. And in terms of the Plains League as a whole, they had won about 19 victories over the past 25 years. So the last West team, geographically speaking, 8-man team to actually be able to make it and win the 8-man finals was Sangre de Cristo back in 95. So literally it had been 25-26 years since a Western State team had actually won. That goes to show you the stronghold that the East has in the 8-man ranks. So giving a little recap here. So it's saying, and this is found on Colorado Preps by Kevin Schaefer, Sterling, Colorado. He's the owner of Colorado Preps, so they got some great material up on that website. So basically, Limon has a state record for 20 football state titles, so that is fairly amazing. Just to put that into context, 20 football titles for one football team. That is the Limon Badgers, and they've actually had the last 3 in 1A. So the one prior to that was actually Strasburg beat Centauri, and I believe that was in Centauri, so in La Jera soil, in the San Luis Valley soil. It was a very close game. I believe it was like 9-6, very low-scoring affair, and there was a penalty pass interference call at the end of the game that made Strasburg victorious. So the Centauri Falcons are looking at putting it together this afternoon. So Kyle Forrester is actually one of the few head coaches, if not the only one, to have an undefeated head coaching record against the Limon Badgers. I believe he's 3-0. I think he has 2 semifinal victories against Limon, and then maybe like a quarterfinal or first round victory against Limon. So we are looking forward to a very fast-paced, very much of a slugfest. And looking at historically, Centauri actually consolidated as schools around the 60s. So prior to that, they were just La Jera High School. So they actually have a 6-man victory in 1950. So one of the few San Luis Valley state championships within the valley. So we got Lajera in 1950, Alamosa in 1949. Then we have Alamosa in 2001, 2006, and that's it. So we are really looking forward to hopefully getting a San Luis Valley state champion recently. Literally, like I said, 2006. So it's been about 15 years since we've had a San Luis Valley victor. And who could I forget who I talked to earlier in this broadcast? Sangre de Cristo Thunderbirds won in 1995. So we are really looking forward, hopefully, to a San Luis Valley victor. And it is going to be an old-fashioned slugfest. So the Falcons did make it to the finals in 2013 and 2017. So I alluded to the 2017 one earlier, on which they unfortunately lost to Strasburg. So let's just look here. So Centauri had a pair of forfeitures, so unfortunately didn't get to play 2 of those games. However, one of their main threat is running back Mason Clonch, so he has a lot of speed. He's only played in about 8 games, but he has 15 touchdowns and about 850 yards. The quarterback, Byron Shawcroft, 22 touchdown passes to close this season out, and Baron Holman, the lead receiver for the Centauri Falcons, with 27 catches overall. So another speed demon beside Mason Clonch is Devin Brady. So Devin Brady is a sophomore, and he has speed to burn. And imagine he's only a sophomore, so he's got 2 more years to fill out that frame. So we're looking at Devin Brady potentially to put on anywhere between 15 to 30 pounds by the time he graduates high school. And that could definitely garner some college interest. I'm sure even as is, he has some college interest with the frame he already shows at this moment. So, Limon Badgers, 520 points in 12 games, whereas Centauri has 453 over 11. So we're, like I said, moments away, about under 12 minutes to go. And we are just thrilled as all get out to be able to watch this San Luis Valley team hopefully dethrone the 3-time defending state champion Limon Badgers, who also have 20 state champions collectively. So moving forward to 2A, which will be tonight. That is Eaton versus Brush. So the 6-man was 1 versus 2. That was Cheyenne Wells versus the Stratton Eagles. And then 8-man was 1 versus 2. That was Haxton Bulldogs versus Mancos Blue Jays. And then this afternoon's contest, the one that we're moments away, it is number 1 versus number 2, Limon and Centauri, whereas the lone non-1 versus 2 is going to be the 2A contest tonight, where it's going to be Ian versus Brush. So I believe it might be Brush is the number 7 seed. So state semifinals for 3A, they are playing momentarily possibly at neutral sites or home or away. So we are looking for, basically it's going to be 1 versus 2 potentially. Roosevelt on one side of the bracket, they're going to take on Meade. And number 2, Lutheran, is going to take on number 3, Fort Morgan. So that is the 3A as we have it, and we'll get more into the 4A, 5A. Most likely that would probably be for next Saturday's contest. So that both of those, 4A, 5A, that's going to be at Mile High, and the 3A contest will be at this field, the Eddie DeRose Thunderbolt. So we are really excited to be able to just be here, and hopefully the Centauri Falcons can pull out a victory this afternoon. So good luck to the Falcons, and good luck to the Badgers as well.